Got a minute, Lisa? There's something I need to tell you. Hey, Morgan. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of work right now. Is this something that can wait until later? If it is, then I'll just text you back as soon as I'm free. Well, it has to do with your husband, Sam. It does? Yeah, and it's pretty important, too. I really think you should put down your work for a second and listen to me. Wow, okay. If you say it that way, it sounds kind of serious. What's going on with Sam? About your husband. I thought about this a lot over the last few weeks, and I've decided that I'm gonna marry him. Huh? I just checked the calendar. It's definitely not April 1st, so why are you making a joke about my husband like that? To think I actually put my work on pause for you. Sorry, I don't have time for your bizarre jokes, Morgan. I'm going back to work. It's not a joke, Lisa. I know this may be hard for you to accept since we're sisters and all, but it's the truth. Sam is going to be your ex-husband very soon. I just thought you'd like to know. All right, you've got me. I'll put my work on hold after all. I'm not going to get anywhere with you, so I'm just going to have to go and check for myself. And how are you going to do that? He's working remotely this week, so I know he's at home. I'll just swing back home real quick, see what's really going on, and head right back to the office. Ooh, you probably shouldn't do that. It's not a good time for you. And what's that supposed to mean? I just mean that if you saw me and Sam having a good time together, you would not be having a good time. Morgan, what are you doing with my husband? I'll give you a hint. What do you get when you combine me, Sam, and your bed? No. Yes, Lisa, that's right. I am with your man in your bed right at this very moment. I've never felt more like a woman in my life. The naughtiness of being with my sister's husband on their marital bed just makes it so much better. I just got a text from Sam. I guess this means you're telling the truth? I told you, didn't I? You want to know what Sam told me? He said that I'm way better than you ever were. Isn't that adorable? Looks like he's into older women. So anyway, like I said, Sam's mine now. You should cancel your plans to go back home and check up on him. Actually, you should just never come back home again. This is unbelievable. You're a married woman too, you know. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. I told my husband about me and Sam yesterday. So yeah, we're already divorced. And your kids, what are you going to do about them, huh? They're all taken care of. I'm letting my ex-husband have them. Sam said he'd pay all the child support for me once we were together. Sam said that, huh? Seriously, it's so great to be with a rich guy. He's going to pay the whole amount I'd owe until they turned 18 in one lump sum. I see. Well, I guess there's nothing more for me to say then. He's all yours. Well, you're giving up way easier than I expected. Oh, well, that just makes my life easier. I'll have Sam send the divorce papers to our parents' house. Be a good little girl and sign them as soon as possible, will you? Hi there, Lisa. How the first 6 months of being divorced treated you? Morgan, what do you want? Really, you've got some gall to text me so casually like this after what you did. Yeah, go ahead and get it all out. I can understand why you'd be angry at me, but the truth is, I've got some very important news to tell you. It's that you and Sam got married, right? Oh, you mean you already know? Who spoiled the surprise? No one. I just figured that that's the only thing you would want to message me about at this point. Well, aren't you just the cleverest little thing ever? Man, this sucks. I thought I could have a bit of fun taunting you with getting married to your ex-husband, but you just went and ruined it. I'm bored now. If you think you're bored, imagine how I feel. I'd have more fun watching paint dry than reading texts from you. You know, that little sourpuss personality of yours really ticks me off. Maybe if you weren't so unpleasant to be around, Sam wouldn't have cheated on you. You ever think about that? You texted me that you were having an affair with my husband while you were in the act with him in my bed. I don't want to hear anything about being unpleasant from you. You're the kind of woman who would make Bloody Mary uncomfortable. Wow, looks like I struck a nerve. It's okay, I can take it. Any sort of insult you sling at me is just you being bitter and jealous. The angrier you are at me, the more satisfying it is to be with Sam. I'm not so much angry at you as I am disgusted by you. You know the way you dread looking at the bottom of your shoe after you step on a dog turd? That's how I felt when I got a text from you just now. My goodness, Lisa, you're being really creative today. But I've got one more piece of good news to tell you, and I don't think you're going to be able to keep up your strong and stoic act after this. Try me. We're going on a 2-week-long tour of Europe for our honeymoon. You're going to Europe? That's right, we're going to spend 2 weeks touring ancient castles, churches, museums, natural beauties, and much, much more. Do you want to know how much Sam is spending on this honeymoon? Go on, guess. I don't care enough to guess. Just tell me. Man, you're such a spoil sport. It comes to a total of $30,000. Wow. And where exactly is that money coming from? Where do you think it's coming from? The sky? Sam's gonna pay for all of it by himself. He is? Really? Aha! There it is. I knew it would come out eventually. You're super jealous now, aren't you? No, I'm not actually jealous or anything. I'm actually just plain surprised. Say, Lisa, tell me, what was your wedding with Sam like, Oh yeah, that's right. It was super small and family only. You didn't even have an open bar. And what about your honeymoon? Where did you go for yours? Oh wait, that's right. You never went on a honeymoon, did you? I think that should make it perfectly clear which of us he likes more. Look, Morgan, what you guys do together is no longer any of my problem, but let me just say, you should probably be a bit more careful with how you spend your money. Excuse me? Be careful with our money? Why bother? Sam's got money in the bank, Lisa. He is rolling in it. We could go on a vacation like this every year for the rest of our lives and still have money left over. Aren't you forgetting something, Morgan? Sam doesn't just have to pay your husband child support for your kids. He has to pay me for ours. And he gave me a lump sum payment just like he did for your husband, so I'd say he shelled out well over $100,000 when we got divorced. And now just 6 months later, he's going to shell out another $30,000 for a European vacation? Based on what I know about his savings, he's got to be running on fumes right now, financially speaking. It's certainly no time for him to be dropping that much money on a stupid trip. Stupid trip? You're so jealous. I can sense it oozing out from every one of your texts. But for real now, you're gonna have to do better than that to scare me, Lisa. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to warn you. Okay, listen up, little girl. I know just as well as you do that Sam is super rich. So even if he did have to fork out $100,000 to his greedy ex-wife and my greedy ex-husband, that's barely even a drop in the bucket for him. He still has more than enough money to take his new and improved wife on the trip of a lifetime. So you can stop all the fear-mongering and gaslighting, okay? Just be honest with yourself and admit that you're jealous. All right then, forget I said anything. I guess if you're happy with Sam, then more power to you. I'll keep my mouth shut from now on. The way you're acting would be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic. You shouldn't bottle up your feelings like that, Lisa. It's not good for your emotional health. I don't need you to look out for my emotional health. Thank you very much. All I did was give you a fair warning out of the kindness of my heart. Consider it my parting gift to you. The last thing I'll ever do for you is my sister. From this day forth, you're not my sister anymore. You are dead to me. No matter what terrible fate might befall you in the future, I am not going to lift one finger to help you. And that's totally fine with me. If I can't have any fun gloating to you, then I'd just as soon never speak to you again. But let me give you one final piece of advice as your sister. Give it up, Lisa. Sam's mine, and we're happy together. He is never coming back to you. Oh my God, Lisa, Paris is incredible. We just toured the Notre Dame Cathedral. I have seen pictures of it before, but the real thing, it blows them all away. Oh, I see you guys have gotten your honeymoon underway. Cool. Bye. Not so fast, Lisa. Are you ready to admit you're jealous yet? No, I've got no jealousy to admit to. If anything, I'm closer to pitying you because I know what's going to happen to you before too much longer. Oh, come on. Are you really still going to be that way? We've been over this, Lisa. Sam is rich. His bank account balance has more zeros in it than the Notre Dame Cathedral has windows. How else do you think he was able to pay for a sweet honeymoon like this so easily? No, I think Notre Dame Cathedral is a lot more than just 3 windows. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I mean 3 zeros, as in $0 and 00 cents, which is how much he's making right now. What? Are you saying he's not making any money? Uh-oh. Don't tell me you didn't know. Sam is unemployed right now. What? He's unemployed? That's right. He's not working anymore. Even if he managed to get a job right after we got divorced making the same amount he was before, he still wouldn't have saved up enough to pay for a $30,000 honeymoon. At least, not very easily anyway. Hold on, back up 1 second, Lisa. Are you seriously telling me that Sam is unemployed? As in, he has no job? He's making no money? Wow. I guess you really didn't know anything. Anything about what? Tell me now. Sam's affair with you cost him his job. What? But they can't do that. You can't fire someone for having an affair that has nothing at all to do with work. We're gonna sue his old company for wrongful termination. Think, Morgan, you already have all the information you need to realize what happened. I do? Remember the day you revealed your affair to me? I told you that he was working from home that week. So while the two of you were doing all sorts of disgusting things in my bedroom, he was on the clock. Are you starting to get it? So they fired him for being with me when he was supposed to be working? But that's impossible. How did they know? It's pretty common knowledge these days, I thought. The sudden boom in remote work in recent years meant that companies had to figure out a way to track whether or not their employees were actually working. That means that every second he wasn't working, his company knew all about it. And once his company collected enough data to prove that he was blowing off his job at home, they fired him for cause. You might not know this, but if you're fired for cause, that means you don't get any unemployment benefits. So yeah, that's why I was curious earlier about how in the world he was going to pay for your $30,000 honeymoon. Wait, but if that's true, then the reason he's at home all the time now isn't because he's working from home? It's because he isn't working at all? Now you've got it. Oh no. And another thing, I don't even know where you got the idea that he was super rich to begin with. He was an average mid-level employee before he got fired. Wait, really? Yeah, he was working for a pretty big company, so I guess his income was somewhat higher than average. But again, it's nowhere near enough to drop that kind of money in one go. But no, that can't be. He's not a mid-level employee. He's a high-level executive. Huh? Yeah, I saw his name on the company's homepage and everything. Oh, I think I know what happened. You got him confused with someone else. What do you mean? One of the members of the board of directors has the same name as him, but that Sam is short for Samantha. She's a woman. You're kidding me. Why do you think a guy in his early 30s would be on the board of directors in the first place? That's an old guy's job. I can't believe it. But if that's true, then I stole him from you for nothing. I changed my mind, Lisa. You can have him back. I'll pass. You can keep him. Okay, well, unlike some people around here, I have work to get back to. Enjoy the rest of your honeymoon. Lisa, wait. Bye-bye. Sadly, they did not enjoy the rest of their honeymoon. Morgan was so furious about him deceiving her that she demanded they go back home immediately. She tried to sue him for marriage fraud, but the problem? He actually told her about getting fired by text. She just didn't read it. So they divorced, and she was left with nothing. Or so I thought, but Sam did leave her with something. A $30,000 loan to pay off. Apparently, he thought that if she wanted such a glamorous honeymoon, she should be the one to pay for it. But when he handed her the loan contract to sign, she apparently didn't read it and just signed her name on the dotted line. So now she's working multiple part-time jobs and desperately trying to pay it all off before she retires. I honestly feel like they're both equally at fault for what happened, and I am really glad that I'll never have to deal with either of them again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.